Well, hello and welcome to Mission Impossible. My name's Julie Gould.
And I'm Jade Lauren Corthwaite, and unfortunately, this is our last show of 2013.
No! But for this year's finale, we've got an absolute corker of a show lined up for the listeners. Over the last 8 weeks, the team that have been bringing you Mission Impossible have come together to bring some of their features to you.
Hello, I'm Annie Mackinder.
And I'm Julie Gould, and welcome to Wimbledon 2013, the Philosopher's Battle. So, over the course of the next few weeks, philosophers from all over the world and from all points in history will be coming together to battle for the most influential seat in this tournament.
Please.
Ooh, and Aristotle started the game with a nice solid safe serve down the line.
And what a reply from Bacon! Oh man, we've never seen anything like that before. But Aristotle has only just managed to scrape a return in there. It's a weak one, back to Bacon's amazing forehand. Oh, Aristotle's definitely going to be too slow to get one. His usual game of logic just isn't working against this new method Bacon is serving up.
40-15. Bacon.
But unfortunately, that's all the excitement we've got time for today, folks. We'll be back on air tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for more great live coverage of Wimbledon 2013, the Philosopher's Battle. Hello and welcome to Speaking of Science. My name's Julie Gould, and this week I've come up to North London to meet the face and brains behind a new app called the Incomplete Map of the Cosmic Genome. Yes, I'm with you. I don't really know what it means either, but hopefully the face, Robin Ince, and the brains, Trent Burton, will be able to enlighten us. So, hi guys, thanks very much for joining me.
No problem at all. Yeah, there's nothing really to tell you what it means. It is I like coming up with names which don't necessarily mean anything, but people can read a lot into.
Today I have the absolute pleasure of speaking to Professor Jim Al-Khalili from the University of Surrey. What is it about physics you find so inspiring?
It just seemed to be somehow more romantic, more exotic than other areas of science. And I've sort of not looked back since then.
And with me today is Bill Bryson, the best-selling author of A Short History of Nearly Everything. So Bill, thank you very much for joining me today.
Well, I'm delighted to be here, Julie.
Okay, so what was your favourite fact then? Was there something interesting particularly about your house that you discovered?
Well, I'd have to stop and think. But I suppose the main thing was this overall realization that the whole history of the world is kind of bound up in your house. I mean, if you just start looking at things like wallpaper or furniture or carpets or any of the just kind of physical fabric of your home, you know, it takes you off in all these directions.
I find myself at Imperial College, where they're hosting the Imperial Festival. Let's go and have a look at what cutting-edge research is on show there. So what is this that you're wearing?
So this is a blend of polymers and
Liquid I'm wearing.
Yeah,
You're wearing
it starts
a
off-
liquid.
It's liquid.
It's staying on pretty well for a liquid.
I know.
And we spray it on her.
But it's sticking to you in some places and it's hanging off you in others. How do you get it to do that?
So basically you take the material, you spray it on a sheet, and you can peel it off. That's how you get like a piece of cloth.
So you've come to the festival to learn about science.
Yes.
Yeah? So how much of it have you seen so far?
Well, we've looked at a lot of different types of science subjects.
Once upon a time, on a cold, wintry morning in Minneapolis, Matt
lumbered down the hallway of the hospital wearing a parka and these big boots, and he had this brown paper bag, and he handed it over and said, "Not my best work," which I liked. Yeah, it was a little smaller than they liked. You know, people often think, oh, it's just a little sample, a swab or something. No, we're talking, it's a shitload of bacteria.
Literally. So I should probably introduce the story to you properly now. Mary Roach, who you just heard, is an author from California, and her latest book, Gulp, takes the reader on the rather icky journey down the alimentary canal.
Some saline in the poop goes into the blender, and then it's sieved actually a couple times just to get it's just so it ends up like a liquid, a brown liquid. It looks like coffee with low-fat milk in it.
This is definitely not something you want to mistake for your morning coffee. Could you imagine? In what looks like a giant warehouse filled with freezers, Professor John Hutchinson has just pulled an elephant's foot out of one of them. John, can you tell me a little bit about why you have an elephant's foot in your freezer?
Well, unfortunately, of course, elephants die all the time, and when they die in captivity in the EU or UK, I tend to get a phone call saying, John, we know you're doing some research on elephant feet. Do you want to come get any of these elephant bits? And usually all I can come and transport are the feet. So I ended up with a collection of 50, 60 elephant feet and decided to do some research on just the feet because they're really cool.